I want to be clear that when I was in ROTC, cannabis was around. When I was in the Navy, cannabis was around. In fact, not to give up all the secrets, but even on submarine duty, we find a way for that hemp, as it were.
How do you create a brand that like transcends and actually becomes recognized? You're starting it today. Is it possible?
100%. I think the biggest brands haven't been started yet. I think they're going to be started by people that are in the trenches, partnering with people that have money, but they have respect on both sides. And I think we haven't seen that yet, because money people are just like, my cousin grows tomatoes, how hard can it be? And the money guys are like, I have barrels buried in the fucking desert or whatever. I don't care about your money or whatever thing,
And it's just like, for a good year, our product was not good. So when that manufacturer basically went up in flames, it was both a blessing and, a curse that our entire supply chain was knocked out in the course of 3 weeks. But it was great because we had to rebuild from the ground up.
You'll notice a lot of our strains are kind of out there, not the average ones you're seeing. And, especially with, choosing the flower strain with what hash we're going to pair it with, it's like, as long as we have an idea of the flavor notes and whatnot, we come up with names in line with that, but not your average, strain name.
Is it possible to replicate what's being done here in these other states that don't have the Emerald Triangle?
Sure, yes, 100%. Now I go to, let's say, again, Missouri's a good example, Oklahoma's a good example. You go to these places and most of the manufactured products are just distillate because it does not matter what the farm is doing. But if all of a sudden I say to them, no, the farmer has to level up because I'm not refining my product. The true gift of solventless is that it implies the farmer did the right thing.
Well, I credit having a partnership definitely gives you more courage to do a lot, and the various degrees that happen to be present as well has lent, a bit of a tailwind in us getting out to them to say, we think we can do it differently.
By serving the people first, it drives the force of who's interested in what we're doing, who's interested in studying this on themselves. If you're interested in things that really affect human health and how people think about wellness, then you might hire us or engage with Chloe to be able to test those products directly with the consumers and get rigorous scientific answers.
It really is frustrating. You see cities in California, even those that have passed retail ordinances, they continue to pass ordinances that are so bureaucratic that in practice it takes several years to open. But really the most compelling and intuitively understandable thing about cannabis's economic impact is the jobs number. You can say, hey, there are 50,000 people that work in the coal mining industry. There are 400,000 people that work in the cannabis industry. And things like that can give you a sense of perspective.
It was really, I did not know I would cross paths again with cannabis in my life. I was always supportive, I was always pro-cannabis, albeit, a little bit in the closet about it. And the further away I got from the Bay Area, from where I grew up in my roots, the more taboo it was. You want the next step to come. And for me especially, because unlike many, I always have had a focus on international, because to me it's a global movement, not just a local movement.
The very first thing you have to do is you have to be intentional about the culture that you want to create, right? People know culture is important. They know that having more females in your company is important, that having more minorities in your company is important, and they speak to it, but there's no real activity to it. Really be intentional in who you're hiring. Do performance plans. It's not that difficult. I promise you can get one off of the internet. Flower Hire can help you create a performance plan so people know how they're going to grow with the company and they will stay with you.